Hey guys, it's Mr. Wolfie, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that is more of an interest to me than an actual, this is only mildly practical because I don't anticipate ever needing this, but a lot of people make what they call bug out bags. Now, a bug out bag is basically a pack of what you would need in a survival situation, condensed down into one pack, like one backpack, one duffel bag, whatever, so that if something is going on, you put it someplace in your house. If if something crazy like the zombie apocalypse breaks out, boom, there you have it. You just grab it, you go do whatever you have to do to survive. So it's more of a fun hobbyist kind of concept, but I'm sure it saves some people's lives to have this sort of thing, and long term maybe it will save somebody's life. But anyway, this is just an example of what my newest I haven't rigged one up in a while, but I recently got an NRA duffel bag in the mail for renewing my membership, and I was like, sweet! So I thought I'd make it into a bug out bag. So let me lead you through the major items that are going in my bag. And I'm by no means a survival expert. When I was younger, like high school age and a little bit younger, like junior high school, I was very into camping. And when I mean camping, I don't mean like going to a campsite and setting up a tent and all that. I mean like literally, I would take a bag like this, and some of my friends, and we would all take just a bag like this and go and basically build a fire and sleep out in the open, and put a tarp up in a tree to block out the rain if it was raining. Just like stuff like that. It's handy to have those sort of skills just in case they ever come up, in my opinion. So this is some examples of what my bug out bag is looking like. So let me turn this around and I'll show you all the stuff. Okay, so for starters, this is the duffel bag itself. It's got NRA on it. It has two side pockets, a front pocket, a pretty good amount of space on the inside. It's got a strap that I don't have on there right now where you can strap it around your arm, and then it's got these, standard duffel bag stuff. So what's in it is a couple of really good thick wool blankets. Wool, I think it's a wool fleece mixture, but it's like super warm. Like it's a thin material, it's light, but by golly, this thing, when you wrap it around you, that keeps body heat in. And that's what you need. Something light and doesn't take up a lot of space, but solves the problem for you. A small pack of candy. I always take stuff like that. Just, I don't have any problem with like diabetes or low blood sugar problems, but if I don't, I can become a little bit hypoglycemic. So I have to keep some food on me that is sugary, just in case. I mean, I've gone long periods of time on low carb diets, so it's not like it would hurt me too bad, but there's lots of circumstances where a little packet of candy is not going to take up much space and it's going to help you out. Those are actually root beer flavored candies. Freaking awesome. I love those things. Oh my gosh. A small emergency poncho. Handy dandy. Never know. This is just a wire. Let's see. This is a little hat. I got this hat also. It might be good to have an orange, bright hat. If you're talking about a survival situation, then sometimes you want people to see you, sometimes you don't. So there's that. Here's a belt. It's all wrapped up good and tight. This is a plastic bag, and it's important to have a couple plastic bags to prevent, it makes it water sealed. It protects it from, if you are getting drenched in rain, then at least your items aren't going to be soaked. A couple of knives. This is actually a field dressing kit. It's got a filleting knife, a large, it's just kind of a pocket knife, and then a bone saw. Then here's another knife. This is a fish fillet knife, and I'm debating, I don't think that's going to go in there actually. And of course I got my 9mm. Now, everybody's got a different opinion about what guns are useful, what to do as far as that is concerned. And I am by no means a gun expert either. In addition to survival, but in the event that, this is the one I have that is probably the best gun that I have. So it would go in the pack because I would want something that I know is reliable and efficient. The main thing that's a selling point for this is instead of bringing a box of ammo, it has two magazines. Now, each magazine can hold 16 bullets. That means you can have 32 shots loaded and ready to go just out of this. And that's pretty dang handy. And, if there's space, there's definitely going to be extra space for bullets. But just having boom, boom, and there you are, is a lot better than having a small gun that only has a few shots and you have to carry extra ammo and all that stuff. It compacting and limiting the amount of space that things take up is very handy. Also, I like the concept of a 9mm because it's so common that it would be easy in a situation like a survival situation to find ammo for it. Now, the ammo that I have here is not hollow point ammo, but that would be what you would ideally want. It's just federal, just standard full metal jacket, 115 grain, just because that was the cheapest at the time, and I got it when I got the gun so I could just practice with this particular gun and get the hang of it, because I wanted some cheap ammo to get that all figured out. So anyway, there's that. Here's a little box. It's a plastic case that I've got rubber banded closed, and it's just full of little odds and ends that I would need. It's got a hammer that also has maybe I should show it to you. Well, nah, never mind. I can just describe it. This is a old gum case that has nails, screws, thumbtacks, all kinds of just any odds and ends things that I might need for stuff like that. There's a very good flashlight. That is one of the best flashlights I have ever had. I don't know what brand it is or anything, but my gosh, I've used it for years, and it has never done me wrong. I got a multi-tool pocket knife. It's got a clip with an extra little bitty flashlight. It's like really small, but it, you know, a little flashlight might help. This is a survival whistle. It's got a whistle, and it's got a compass on one end. Inside it are some matches and a couple other items not to get wet. I can't remember what all I put in there actually. There's some glow sticks, some copper wire, some rope. That is hemp rope, pretty stout stuff. Some, I think I got some other matches in there, just odds and ends, just stuff that I don't want to get wet, basically, in there. And then another major thing. Oh, I got a bag of. This is a very. I'm gonna tightly pack it down. This is a bag of clothes. It's mostly underwear and socks, but it'll have, you know, an extra change of clothes just in case. This book right here is extraordinarily useful. The Boy Mechanic Saves the World one project at a time. Now, it's mostly a practical thing, like, you know, if you're in scouts or something, it just teaches you some cool stuff. What this does, though, is it teaches you how to make some very useful items out of what is essentially junk. It teaches you how to make a shower out of just, you know, junk you would find in a junkyard. It teaches you how to make lights out of stuff. It's just very, very handy book. Very handy book for this sort of situation. It's not very heavy. It's small. It's like a pocket guide. It would be perfect. And then an extra book because I like to read, and I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I was, say, stuck out without being able to do anything, and then, you know, I would get bored. So I would need something to keep my mind occupied. So a small extra book is not a bad idea to have in a bug-out bag type situation. Now, this is only a fraction, really, of what is going in here. I'm going to tightly pack this with as much other stuff. There's going to be a nylon or something like a strong tarpaulin, some nylon rope, a hatchet that is actually in my car right now, and that's the major things. If there's anything else, I can't remember. Some gloves, basically anything for survival. Gloves, extra pair of shoelaces. You never know when that'll come in handy. And anything else you can think to stick in there. I mean, I just, you know, I got all this together in 5 minutes because I was like, I know what I'm going to put in this bag. So anyway, I'll take a picture or two of what it looks like after, and then you can see kind of what I'm going for. But everything tightly packed. This will be in this side. All this stuff pretty much goes in this side. Any cloth or clothing related things go in this side. And this knife is actually a little too big, I think, for... This is a pretty... I've had this knife forever. But it's a pretty good little carrying knife. Anyway. So anyway, guys, peace out. This has been Mr. Wolfie. Give me some ideas for what you would put in your bag, or, you know, what you think about my bag. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm no expert. I know how to survive in this area of the world. Oh, duh, there's going to be food in it. You know, a couple of canned goods. Something simple, something high calorie, high protein, preferably high fat, that won't upset your stomach. I mean, you can bring chili, but don't bring the spicy chili. You don't want to bring spicy chili with you when you're surviving out in the woods. You don't want to have, you know. So bring, like, the not so spicy chili or some other canned soups that is kind of a complex meal in a can. and preferably some things like corn or high-calorie vegetables. But corn's not really that big high-calorie. You know what I mean. Anyway, guys, so peace out. This has been Mr. Wolfie. Love you guys. Hope you might have maybe learned something about stuff. I don't know. You can make artificial light bulbs out of water bottles. Oh yeah, there'll be water in there too. So anyway, guys, peace out. This has been Mr. Wolfie. Love you guys.